Hello and welcome to the Pocket Theater. Are you here for Fellowship of Convenience? That's awesome. So am I. I'm so glad we're all here together. That's just great. What a good community. Anyway, there are a few things that I have to tell you before we get the show on the road. You can please take this opportunity to silence your cell phones because I don't want anyone here to be embarrassed, least of all you. With that, there's photography in the lobby, and if you saw a piece of art and you were like, whoa, I have to have that or my head's gonna explode, totally possible. You can talk to me at the bar. My name is Sarah. You can talk to Erin, who is also at the bar. Let's talk about safety. Everyone here deserves to feel safe and respected here, right? Or like anywhere they go. Yeah, super cool. I'm glad we're all on the same page. So this is obviously the best place to be right now. If that ever changes for you for some reason, you are totally welcome to leave. The door that you came in, you can also turn around and go out the other way. That's how doors work. There's another one of these things. It is backstage, and I'm going to show you exactly where. So you're going to go where I am gesturing, past this curtain, hit a yellow wall, save a performer on the way out, turn left. There is another door there. Super cool. So with safety, since everyone deserves safety and respect, and we can all agree on that, hey performers, can you hear me?
Yeah!
That's awesome. Hey performers, please don't touch anyone in the audience without their permission. Performers, say okay.
Okay.
Nice. Hey audience, please don't touch each other, nor the performers without their permission. Audience, please say okay.
Okay.
Nice. And if anyone feels unsafe at any point during the show, please say stop. And we'll stop the show and we'll carry on once everyone feels safe again. Groovy? Cool, or some other word. Awesome. So now that we're in a cheering mood, I'm going to name off all of our sponsors. We are a new theater. We've been here for 2 years, and this show wouldn't be happening here tonight without these people. So I'm going to name them off, and I would like you to cheer as if they are also playing Dungeons & Dragons. Sound cool? I don't know. Cool. So first is Seattle's sexiest inner arts gang, the Libertinis. There are 2 improv groups that sponsor us. The first is 50% Less Bear. The second is Being Human. Are you an improviser or do you want to try improv? You can totally do that here. We host a jam called The Jelly. It's a podcast that was just at Bumbershoot. It's where Seattle comedians learn about Seattle history. You should check it out. It's called The Seattle Files with Chris Allen. Do you need a haircut? Sometimes I do too. You can go to Capitol Hill at Emerson Salon. Are you a performer or do you know one? Probably one of those things is true because you're here right now. If you know someone or you are someone that wants to tour your performance work, you should check out Minion Productions. And finally, a really, really nice human being that just gave us $1,000. Pretty cool. Let's thank them. And tonight. Okay, that is enough of me. I'm going to disappear behind the screen and around the curtain, okay? Now, please, I'll still be here once I go behind the curtain, I promise. Anyway, please give it up for Fellowship of Convenience.
life and love, he was the lamest guy in Pembrook Peaks, a small resort town and home to a remote branch of Pelor's trust banking conglomerate. Until one day, everything was turned upside down by the Fellowship of Convenience, following a clue in the form of a mysterious code leading to a safety deposit box. The rowdy band of adventurers are about the biggest thing to hit this sleepy bird since the great dragon Walpurgisnacht. Walpurgisnacht desolated it 2 years ago. It's the opening weekend of ski season.
Nice.
Will they help Dave beat the bullies and win the gal? Or will he become collateral damage in the Fellowship's swath of destruction?
No.
I don't know.
Pretty strong. Pretty reckless.
Let's meet the Fellowship. She's a bard and there's a dragon on her shoulder. Flora and fauna. I wasn't ready for this. Sorcerer, dirtbag, and absentee father, Lord Jonathan Camp.
Yeah.
He stabs, cuts, and bludgeons good. The fighter, Torben Two Wolves. Knife in the dark, cutter of purses, patter of feet. The best rogue you can get on a very short notice. Artemis!
I am so tired of gelatinous cubes.
Here to stay. One more.
And finally, your Duke of Dice, the Lord of LARPing, the Prince of Pen and Paper. This is serious. The Prince of Pen and Paper, your Dungeon Master, Daniel Isherwood.
Hello and welcome to the Fellowship of Convenience.
Yeah.
We meet our heroes at the end of a very long journey. In our last session, they straight up stole an airship. It was pretty big. They destroyed a town. Hopefully they won't destroy this one. Let's see. You guys are fresh off the boat. You parked a little way outside of the town. You probably want to stretch. You took a long journey northwards across the cursed glittering sea to this idyllic resort town. You land on a pretty auspicious time because you may not know it yet, but this is the opening weekend for their big ski season, so everything's got to be just right. So, don't fuck it up like you're fucking up all these mic cords.
And also the camera.
Here's the camera.
It's more than that.
Yeah, I totally forget. I get to be amplified. All right. Yeah. So, you guys make your way into town. You cross a few very simple roads. It's very small. You reach a very small square. There's a statue of the town mascot, Big Whitey, the legendary Yeti, who may or may not exist. I don't know. Maybe he's just a cheap marketing gimmick.
Both?
Both, yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. So, you guys approach the bank, and I assume make your way inside, unless you want to do something else.
I make my way inside the bank like a true leader.
There you go.
Do we have money to deposit, or are we stealing from them?
Yes.
You guys
Why are we at the bank?
You guys are here
To be
follow up.
clear, if
You
I'm
guys
gonna
are
get
here-
arrested, I don't want to go in.
You guys are here. That's right, yeah. DMing. You guys are here to follow up one of the leads that you gained at the end of a massive street brawl. One of the people that you unfortunately totally killed was named Peter Borsworth, an executive at Pelor's Bank conglomerate. And he's pretty evil. He's a bad dude, and you recovered from him a small ring, and that ring had on it a code, and you guys were able to decipher it using your brilliant minds and find out that it was the number of a safety deposit box that curiously was hidden in one of the most remote, out-of-the-way, tiniest branches out of their giant banking system. So something's afoot. You're here to investigate.
Tight, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into the restroom. Is there a restroom at this bank?
In as much as there's a restroom anywhere, then yeah.
Okay. I go into the restroom, and I go into a stall,
All right.
and I cast Alter Self to make myself look like Peter Borsworth, evil-ass banker.
All right.
And I come out, and I'm like, I'm making it rain like a truly wealthy person would.
I
And
assume those are all minor illusions.
that's a great, yes. In fact,
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
It's already started.
Oh!
what's your name?
Baron Munchausen.
Aaron Munchausen activates
he's
Dr.
full of
Rando's. Yeah.
I would like to use Dr. Rando's potion of everlasting life.
Drink.
Going to you again.
Drink.
Woo!
Drinks. Handy one.
It's an anti-energy drink.
It's just a different kind of energy.
Your beer's already
All right. Lord Shaman the
Daniel.
I'm drinking.
Here you go. The little girl is starting to drink.
Yeah. Drink.
Okay.
That's the most beautiful example of peer pressure I've seen.
I have to drink whenever I take damage, whenever I deal damage, whenever I roll a d20, whenever I swear, whenever a minor illusion is cast, whenever someone receives healing, whenever there's a chant, and whenever I'm confronted with the reality that is my life.
Is it whenever you swear or whenever just like fucking
Whenever
anybody
I
swears?
swear.
Oh, okay.
So, to be clear, the way minor illusion works is that you could only make like one thing of coin at a time. So, like, how many pieces of coin are you throwing? Because
Extremely.
Yes, okay, I throw a 100
$1 bill.
Yeah,
all right,
like
someone
100
time him for a
100
minute.
gold coin. Wait.
That's a 1 times 100 right there.
Shucks. All right, don't do that. I throw Dan's money. Artemis's money, excuse me.
Well, at the smell or sound or sight of money, whatever draws out the banker, the mayor / owner of this bank comes out. He's a stuffy man by the name of Mayor... What? Stuffington. That's why yeah. He's a very stuffy man.
This sounds like a conflict of interest.
Yeah. Oh, they're allowed to get away with it in small towns. And in large towns and wherever capitalism holds sway. Anyway, we're just having fun.
I can tell he's the mayor because of his sash.
Yeah.
And I say, well, actually, I'm looking for the bank guy. I guess I wouldn't know he's the bank. Hey, hey, mayor, where the fudge is the bank boss?
Why, that would be me, sir. And I find it peculiar that you're not aware. We've met several times, sir. I know a man of your stature, of your busyness, may not remember all the faces that he meets, but I am.
Hey, you are far beneath me.
This banker is a very important man. He doesn't have the time to remember all the piss ants he meets.
Yeah. So you guys hurt his feelings. There you go. That's and he said, "What can I do for you, sirs? You and your disreputable acquaintances that you've brought here."
I calls him as I sees him.
Oh.
I need to see my safety deposit box. Good sir. Bad sir.
That'll be a bluff.
All right, I'll bluff his pants off. This. Oh yeah, I know. I got a drink after this. Whoa! I get a 10.
10. He says, I'll have to.
Total?
We must.
I rolled a 2.
Just you may just remind me again what the number is.
I look at the ring and recite the number.
Well, that's awfully peculiar. You had it memorized in the past.
Listen, man, I'm an important dude. I don't have time to remember everything I can remember.
Well, it seems to me that this was very important. Last time you were here, when you deposited the papers in the thing.
I'm gonna step in and attempt to stop his floundering.
I've got it right where I want it.
Clearly, on the verge of murdering you or kicking you out. Hard to tell. It's all right. He recently suffered from a fairly extreme stroke, and it caused some severe memory loss in the dorsal prefrontal cortex.
I drool a little.
And drool a little.
I'm here as his
let's get
physician's
your.
assistant.
Do you want that to be bluff or diplomacy, or do you even care?
Which one is better? Can it?
There is no diplomacy.
It doesn't matter.
There's deception.
Keep it rolling. Yeah.
Much better. 28.
Oh my goodness, so sorry. Dangerous times we live in. Why, I hear that the headquarters for the Legion of Adventurers was suddenly and quite completely ruined.
Who the fuck cares? Take me to the damn
Drink! Don't drink, that's a chance!
Chant.
Gosh darn you, Sally.
Sally knows the rules.
So, without much conversation beyond that, he escorts you to the back of the bank toward the vault, and he opens it up for you, and you guys can gain access to the safety deposit box.
Cool.
Excellent.
We access
All right.
it.
I would like to open said box. I will nominate someone else to open the box in case there's a trap.
Yeah.
Seems like the rogue's job.
Alright, give me the key, let's do this.
You can check for traps. You know that? You
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
check for traps.
All right. He gets.
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2.
He sees you poking and prodding and like lightly brushing against the thing, and then he moves your hand aside and takes out his key and opens it. Oh! And so it is that you guys recover the folder. It's a folder full of very boring paperwork.
I read some of it. I skim it.
All right. What do you?
It probably doesn't make much sense to me. I have neither intelligence nor wisdom.
Yeah.
But I do it with a lot of dexterity.
It's yeah. You flip right through it and you're like, yep, it's a ledger. Full of figures, a lot of numbers in here.
Probably
Let's go do it.
information on someone important.
Yeah, maybe. You
Let's
don't know.
burn it.
I looked to the mayor and I said, "Forgive me, my stroke. What is this? What's the gist of this?"
I don't know. You never told me, and it's not my business to ask.
That's true. Well, let's leave. Let's leave this awful town.
No. Okay. I just go. Well, read it and tell us.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
And then I go like this.
Do you want to do an intimidate?
Come on.
Sure.
Dude makes a good point.
Ooh. 9.
9. Luckily, he's a big old coward. And you are huge. You look like a man who killed someone today. But he's not. He killed 2 people today. All right, and so he reads it over, and as he does, his eyes go wide. and he starts to stutter, and he's absolutely shocked. And he looks at you in particular, and he says, "Get out of my establishment and never come back here.
Good day.
I can't believe you had me storing this."
I start walking away as he keeps talking. A very disrespectful man.
He follows you out, and as you guys leave the area, he kind of screams after you, "You monsters! How could you do this? They're innocent people!"
A record of your Nazi war crimes?
Nobody's really
Wait, did
innocent.
he actually tell us what's in there? I wasn't paying attention.
No, he didn't tell you, because it's too shocking.
What shit.
It is a ledger detailing very dryly the acquisitions that Pelor's banking conglomerate had made in preparation for raising a lich. They were acquiring arms manufacturers and the people who would be manufacturing and selling all the first aid for when many, many, many people die.
So like arms or like arms?
Second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, liches are undead. Maybe you wanted more arms.
Dead
Yeah.
people don't need first aid.
No, but the ones fighting them definitely will. And he kind of recovers himself from the shock, and he shakes himself off, and kind of looking for a punching bag, he sees Dave kind of sitting there dreamily, not really doing anything, with sort of like a ink quill in his mouth, just sort of chewing on the edge of it, and he says, "Stand up straight, you, and quit your blasted daydreaming." And it shocks Dave so bad that he spills the inkwell all over himself. And so now it's just, his crotch is just totally covered in ink. Super embarrassing. Everybody laughs. There's a bunch of bullies there because they all kind of hang out. There's not a lot to do. They're just chilling out at a bank, just being like, "Oh, look at the fucking nerd." And he looks like a fucking nerd. So, it's not wrong. Yeah. And the mayor / bank owner is fed up with him and just sends him home. Says, "Clean yourself up, man. You look a fright." And poor Dave just sort of walks out, does a real Charlie Brown head hang. And his friend, who also works there, who was a much better employee and was actually keeping busy, Karen, kind of spares him a glance just to be like, "Can't catch a break, that dude."
What a nerd. So here's an option. I could alter self to look like Dave, go in there and kill everybody with a fireball, thus proving a superiority over the bank and people that made fun of him. Or I could not do that, and we could just try to help. Or we could leave. We've got what we came for.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You want to leave?
Yeah.
Like, I feel kind of bad for
You wanna
him.
help
Can I
Dave?
give him one of my bardic inspiration?
He's out of the room now. He's walking home, but yeah, you know, if you
Can I
bump
just
into
like
it later.
creepily walk behind him on the street and just sort of sing softly so he feels inspired the next 10 minutes?
You're just gonna cause him to chase down Karen when she's trying to
Yeah,
leave.
but he'll get a bonus to flirting.
He actually doesn't really mind Karen so much. I mean, they're best friends. They have a good relationship. He doesn't really think of her that way. What he is pining for is Lila, the loan officer
do we just
from
know this, or is he telling us these things?
I'm telling the audience.
Okay. Hold on. Hey,
You guys can tell by the
run after
fact
him.
that's who he was looking at.
How about we run after him? Hey, Dave, tell us everything we don't care about.
Oh, where to begin?
I was born.
Let's be more specific.
How can we help you?
No, he's walking down the street, he's kicking rocks, just mumbling to himself, "Stupid bank. I just wish something would happen, you know? I wish someone would bring some whimsy into my life, you know?" And then he kind of like bumps into you guys and it's just like, "Oh, excuse me. I just wish that someone could help me learn to be more assertive so that maybe I could finally get out of this dead end town and maybe just talk to Lila."
Oh my gosh.
Have you considered
I kind of like
throwing
Karen.
her? Yeah, I know. I mean, I totally would have gone for Karen.
That's how the movie's gonna go. He's gonna pine after Lila, and then one day Karen's gonna take off the glasses.
Lila's gonna go
I was there the whole time.
Oh man.
Lila's gonna be going out with one of those bullies.
For
Well-
sure.
Funny you should mention the bullies, because right around this time they kind of show up.
Sweet.
And they start picking on Dave because, let's be honest, he's a real easy target. And they're like, "What'd you do? You crap your pants again?" Because apparently this isn't unusual. This general look for him. Start pushing him around. The kind of psycho one gets like a real intense look in his eyes and just like, yeah, what'd you do? Did you crap your pants?
Dude, you crap your pants?
That's it. Dave's just like, I don't crap my... You saw it! It was ink! Why doesn't anyone ever believe me? It's an inkwell.
Is that what they call it?
It's an inkwell almost every time.
Is that like, what is it, an inkwell, one of those things like a donkey punch?
Jesus.
Yeah, something Dr. Rando probably invents.
Do you think these guys have any useful information, or should we just kill them all?
We already got what we came here for. It was
Begins.
super easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
Oh shit, who are you going to
Casey's gonna kill
attempt to
him.
murder?
All of them.
All of them?
Sure.
Every last, including
Wow.
Dave?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
kill
Oh, very
I
nice.
feel like they need a stern talking to more than anything.
Wait, who are you going to kill first, though?
15 initiative.
Actually,
Actually 18.
18?
I don't know.
Alright.
The toady, the big guy, who knows? Whatever. Look, it's due.
All right. Well, I'll roll initiative, too. I get a 19.
So now, wait. Just to clarify, you guys are straight up murdering people in the middle of the street in broad daylight, full of witnesses.
What? Yeah.
I'll beat him up.
All right, Shane.
That's true.
You know what? You have the opportunity. It's an open-ended session. If you guys want to be insane, that's
All right.
I'd like to go up to one of the bullies, clearly the dumb one.
Oh,
Whichever
Whichever
which
one
one
that
seems like
is.
the leader.
You know what? You guys have flirted with murder and you haven't made up your mind, so I'm gonna decide it for you.
I was doing a thing.
Well, okay, you do your thing.
Which one looks like the leader?
Out of all of them, the one, that one.
That one.
The,
Great.
the one who is.
So I'm gonna
big.
go up to him and I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. I might regret this, but I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and say, you should consider changing your life choices. And then I'm going to cast a curse.
Oh
Bestow curse. So it's a wisdom save
no.
against someone.
I'm pretty sure he
The
doesn't have a
spell
lot
save
of
DC is
wisdom.
15.
Oh, look at that! What a shock! He's not wise enough to see through this.
Great. And I would like him to have disadvantage because I can apparently select the curse that I would like to
It's not a crit.
Sparkly sound.
But I would like him to just have a disadvantage on all intimidate checks.
Okay.
cool.
He tries to kind of like he
I
gets
wanna
a
fuck with
sense. He gets a sense that you did a thing to him, and so he tries to, because that's his natural state, his bravado. He tries to push back, and he's like, "Listen, listen, miss."
And so just walk away.
And
What little pride you have left.
I punch him twice.
boom, boom.
Let's see, that's going to be a 14 and a 12.
14 and a 12. So you sock him twice. Ow.
He takes 8 points of damage, and then 7 points of damage.
Holy crap. Okay, so he's like pretty hurt. He's never been punched like this before. He's used to doing the punching. And this is a shock for him. So he doubles over in absolute pain, and he makes a bunch of weird noises because he's trying to be intimidating.
Then I give the other guys a mean look.
Whoa. All right.
A 12.
And so they back right the fuck off.
Oh, hey. Give me your fucking money. It's almost empty.
Chant.
I drank a second
Come
time.
on.
I'll drink a third. Fine.
I
mug them.
They are running away too fast. They took off after being punched twice and cursed. They pretty much have enough. But he screams after as he runs and kind of like does a backwards thing. He's booking ass, but he's like, my dad will hear about this. My dad's the shit. You're in so much trouble. Ooh. You haven't seen the last of this band of bullies.
Actually,
Super weird that they call themselves
I think
that.
they were talking before they left.
Did you do that?
retconning this.
No, is that no?
Retroactively happening?
No. Yep. Sorry. Gotta keep it moving. But, you guys totally impressed Dave. He's like, wow, you guys are amazing. You also catch the attention of another band of lovable rogues who kind of show up. They are little kids, and one of them is Dave's younger brother, Chuck. And he just comes up and he's like, hey, Dave, what'd you do? You crap your pants again? Nah, I'm just kidding. Hey, go home, man. Just relax. Let's introduce me to your new friends here. Dave,
I'm concerned.
not for years, says Dave.
How many? Never mind. I don't need to know.
I'm a grown-up man. I don't even have to answer these questions. Let's just get...
I asked Chuck how often Dave craps his pants.
Chuck's like... It's like...
Wait, what do we think about the C word?
Chuck?
Chuck?
Great.
It's crap.
Yeah.
My mother
needs
doesn't
a reload.
like it, so
We're very conservative here.
mother's rules.
Where's all the... Okay. Carry on.
So, to put it plainly, each one of them makes you an offer. Dave first says, if you guys help me, like, I've just had enough, and I think I have a plan, and if you guys will help me, I would be incredibly grateful. I don't have much, but I feel like I really could learn from you guys, just out of the goodness of your heart. Please just help me talk to a girl.
Treasure.
And Chuck makes a counteroffer. Chuck's like, yeah, fuck that. Me and my friends have a treasure map. You don't have to do it out of the goodness of your heart. We will hire you to hunt down Big Whitey's treasure trove.
To be
right?
clear, are you hiring us with the money that you find from the treasure map?
Yeah, it's kind of a on commission kind of thing.
What do you have up front?
Nothing?
Empty your pockets.
The map.
They're a bunch of little kids, so it empties out her pockets. One kid has a slingshot, another one has like a gross piece of candy.
Slingshot sold.
Oh. What does the rest of the group
What
think?
type of candy?
Who do you want to
We're
help?
talking butterscotch?
Do they have any more
Hard
slingshots? Yeah, what I want that sick headband.
No.
Or beanie, whatever it is. Beanie, I want that sick
Chuck's like,
beanie.
I don't know. I mean,
Come on, my head's cold!
Especially, my grandma gave it to me.
Okay, if there's no headband or beanie in the treasure, I get your grandma's beanie.
I will counteroffer. I will give you first pick of the treasure.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah. You guys are rolling with Chuck now.
Yeah. Peace out, Dave. Enjoy crapping your pants, you nerd.
Oh. Yeah, Dave.
I drink.
So Dave just wants to talk to a girl?
Yeah, he wants to talk to an adorable girl named Lila.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to Dave.
Hmm?
I'm gonna give him a pep talk, and then I'm gonna cast another spell.
All right.
Dave, you can do this. All you gotta do is go up to her. Just find her. Literally look at her and open your mouth and let words come out.
Mm-hmm. I can do that.
I'm gonna now cast suggestion.
All right.
Where I will suggest to him that what he should do is go find Lila and talk to her and ask her out on a date, and the spell will last until he does that.
How good did good. Yeah. Totally. Let's.
It's a total Betty Veronica situation, man.
I'm pretty sure it's another wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Does he have to save against your suggestion that he wants to have?
I mean, if you make that decision, you're the GM.
You know what? Sure. I don't know, 11?
Nope, he does not save.
Oh, so he successfully is cooler now?
He has successfully suggested that what he should do is complete that task.
You know
of
what?
Asking Lila out on the date.
Well,
You're right. Hey, I'm doing it. I'm talking to a girl. Oh boy,
In
here
case
I
you
go.
hadn't noticed, I might be a halfling, but I am a girl.
So I'm sort of talking to a girl. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. And then he goes,
Quit wasting your time with that loser. Let's go.
all right.
I was helping
I was talking to
someone.
Dave.
Oh,
I got you. You better be careful, or I'm gonna curse the shit out of you.
what do you want to roll to treat that burn?
Healing word. Who's not getting healed later?
Boom.
I don't need healing. I'm a slippery piece of crud.
It's fine. You guys are way more powerful than most things in this town.
I'm gonna get drunker than ever tonight.
At the very least, that was a chant. So
Yes, I. Okay.
Can I get a shame chant? Because I just accidentally
No, no!
spilled beer on my eye.
Shame.
I like how she always gets the last word every time. All right, so you guys head out of town and you're on the hunt for Yeti and
Let's take the airship. We have an airship.
airship.
Wait,
How are you going to
we're
hunt a
still
Yeti from an
hunting a
airship?
Yeti?
I mean, I'm
I totally forgotten about the Yeti.
That kid paid me a slingshot. Now I have a job to do.
Is it finding a Yeti or following a map?
Is it mapped to a
Yeah, a
Yeti?
little from
Apparently.
column A, a little from column B.
It's a very vague map. How about that? It basically says, go up the mountain. There's a Yeti.
Yeti be
Well,
Yeti be there.
that's
Yeah.
Let's go up the
go up a
mountain.
mountain. There's a Yeti. Well, that's clear.
Let's
Yeah.
go super fast.
That can't.
All right.
can't
So do you
be
guys
wrong
want
with
to?
that.
You're trying to go back to the airship. Is that the
So we're gonna
consensus?
fly the airship to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, we have an airship. We should use it all the time.
Yes.
That's true. Airship's pretty rad. So you arrive and you start giving orders. You know, you tell Rasha, "Hey, prepare for liftoff," and you tell Sherry, "Hey, prepare for liftoff," and Sherry says, "Nope." As it turns out, due to the cold, a pipe burst. And while you guys were out digging around, deciding if you were going to murder a bunch of people, she was checking in at the general store trying to find a replacement. And they can get one, but it's going to be a while.
Let's walk up the mountain.
Yeah.
All right, what do you guys
Just to
feel
be
like?
clear, we have decided we're going to murder a bunch of people.
Okay.
It's just a matter of when.
Sherry's like, well, gosh darn it, as a paladin, I feel like I can't be for it, but a lot of work to do here, so you know what? If I don't see it, it's not evil, right?
Jesus.
There you go. That's Sherry. Lovable mechanic, pretty flexible morals.
Except when it comes to the patriarchy. That she smashed.
Also, you guys took a bunch of like impressionable little kids on board an airship, and for the first time they realized there's a world outside of this small town, so they're just like, oh my god, cool. What is that? Are those mage cannons? I read about those. I never even knew that they existed. I thought...
Hey!
Oh, yeah, I mean, one of them can. Well, no, I looked at some really cool pictures of them.
Stifle it, kid. We're going up the mountain, all right?
Pudge read about them. Pudge, like,
Shut up, Pudge.
pushes up his bed. Oh, truffle shuffle your ass on out of here, Pudge.
Waddle your ass up the mountain.
All right.
Oh no!
Hold back,
So-
mates.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Chuck is taking offense to these mage cannons.
Oh, no. Oh, Chuck, how could you?
Wait, what's your name?
I am
Sideshow
Blob.
I
Alright,
think
Sideshow
technically he
Blob.
can't take over as Chuck. He has to take over one of us.
What is your what's that?
Crown of Control.
Crown of Control?
You are technically correct.
Yeah, that is specifically for... Is it specifically for player characters?
Yeah,
That's
It
what
does
it is,
say
right?
that.
Just make one of us blow up whatever you're gonna blow up.
Yeah, do whatever
I
you
don't
want.
want to
Just do it
ruin
as
your
one.
characters. I'll save this for a later time.
Dude,
Usher
they
the
do
Kid.
not get much more ruined. No,
Well-
you know what? Be Chuck.
All right.
Oh, yes, the DM.
Yeah, DM rule.
Sideshow Blob!
Camera.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck grabs one of these mage cannons
All right.
and turns it on the mountain.
All right.
He's not malicious. It's not gonna fire on the town.
Avalanche.
All right. You should be aware that these mage cannons take a turn or two to load and fire. And so these guys will have a chance to attempt to stop you or laugh while you work it out.
Well, I've got a crew of henchmen to help me with that sort of thing.
Yeah, I feel like the
you
children
gonna
are
start-
probably going to distract us.
Yeah, they're crafty.
They go at it as a well-oiled machine. Then each one taking a roll.
Can we get some like perception check or something?
What do you want to? Do you guys?
I get a million. Actually, I got really high.
What did you get?
I got. It's hard to find things because I'm drunk.
18.
28.
A 28
No,
on
wait,
perception.
that's probably wrong. But
you
yeah, I got
perceive that those kids are being hilarious right now.
So many antics.
I mean, like Chuck. You gotta make sure you look through the crosshairs.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, like whatever person or hospital or whatever you're aiming at, you just want to make sure it's right in the middle of the crosshairs.
I can't read. I don't know what's a hospital, what's a church, so I'm just gonna fire at this mountain over here.
Mountain, okay.
I'm going to roll insight on Chuck.
All right.
Again,
I try to
not
distract her.
wise.
I try to distract her.
16.
What are you trying to glean?
What is he planning on doing?
You learned that. What he's about to say?
Right. I don't have to deal with the Yeti. We can take him out of the picture early. More treasure for us.
Are you
shooting the mountain?
Avalanches.
Shooting the mountain.
I have not.
Is it mountain?
Says the child born and raised in a ski town.
Nobody tells me anything.
No, that's fine.
Hold up! I once saw a bunch of kids drop a firecracker in a jug of rocks. If it's even half as hilarious, we are in for it, buddies.
You guys fire the mage cannon, and it goes wild, hitting the peak of the mountain, causing a massive avalanche that unfortunately damages several people in people and places in the region. One of them probably hit the worst is the ski outlook, the outpost, the place where all the ski rangers are posted up preparing for the new season. You also trash the already fairly out of use gondola there, so that's even more destroyed. Those guys are all dead.
Take that, snobs!
But, bonus, a whole bunch of the snow kind of surrounds the mayor's mansion, and nobody there is hurt, but he's so pissed. He's like, "Oh, fellowship!"
Chuck will have many years to reflect on the consequences of that, but for now he's going to go for some high fives.
Yeah! Way to go!
Hey, Chuck.
Children are the
Chuck,
worst.
you did such a good job. I think you should fire it again.
That's it. You're done. You're done.
No.
You did the thing.
Oh, man.
Not to cut you off. Very good job. Thank you, Sacha Blob. Roll Arcana if you have it, Insight if you don't.
Again, I'm not intelligent.
I get a 13.
One of my wise doesn't. I rolled a 20!
All right.
I still only had +1, so 21.
21. What'd you get?
I don't remember.
The 13. You.
13.
What did you get?
I rolled a 4.
4.
Four
Okay.
plus- yeah, you got a 4.
Yeah.
So Dan feels fine, nothing bothering him. You two experience a feeling of intense unease, and you have to see the phylactery like now.
Where the fuck is the phylactery?
Alright, so you rush to find it. It's in the pilot station next to Rasha. She's kind of guarding it, and it is glowing with a baleful, ominous red light.
Fuck, shit.
Yeah. Ooh.
That is not what phylacteries are supposed to do.
Flora, forget about it. Let's go get this treasure.
No. We literally broke it. I had to rip this off a naked man's body. I am not going to drop this.
We've all ripped many things off many naked men. Let's go find that delicious Yeti.
Shame.
Wait, that wasn't a very
I
good
say we
question.
go away from the glowing thing.
So Chuck leads you guys away, because Chuck is still a leader. I mean, he led that massacre, so it's not a lot he can't lead at this point. And you guys trek through the town, past the results of the avalanche. The sheriff is kind of stepping out, like, looking at the wreckage, and he eyeballs you something fierce. Yeah, looking like that. Just be like, them boys is trouble. Yep, you mark my words. That's Kevin Bacon, by the way, guys. Isn't he a wonderful actor? Yeah. Kevin.
All right.
So, you guys hike your way up the mountain, and after some time searching kind of fruitlessly for this Yeti that may or may not exist, a lot of things are the same. Everything looks really white, especially after that avalanche. Everybody roll a Constitution.
Yeah, shit. Oh wait, no, it's slightly better. 16.
18.
You're fine.
I got
16.
16, you're fine. 11?
16.
16. You three are fine. You need to roll a 1d4 worth of damage because the cold is starting to sap at your strength. 4. You take 4 damage from the pure cold. The boys are also starting to experience a little bit of wear. You can see that they're huddling close to themselves and they're starting to shiver. They're starting to think that maybe this whole mission is a bad idea. But they press forward, and after rallying their strength, one of them stops and kind of sniffs. It's like, ew, and looks at the bottom of his boot, and there is a bunch of Yeti crap. Just right under his foot. So, it must be close. And Pudge kind of leans in and has a look at it.
I kick him in the butt.
Oh! You kick Pudge in the butt, and you all have a good laugh. But he falls forward, and the ground breaks away beneath him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So much better than
You're a terrible human being.
I was just trying to get him to go face first into the poo. I didn't mean to kill him.
That's why we.
Yeah, it was a
That's me.
I don't feel any shame.
He calls up.
I don't think you should either.
He calls up from the bottom of the cavern that you've broken basically a hole into. It's
he's
kind of
not dead.
collapsed.
Cool.
No, he's not dead. And he calls up and he says, "Guys, I think I found something."
Is the crap still at the lip of the hole where you fell through?
Oh, you bet.
I push it through.
Oh, man.
Did we decide about crap? Drink.
Oh, my God.
So you drop down some poo on top of poor Pudge.
You want a dexterity check or something? Like
No, you just do it,
I
man.
get $1 million. I get 1 million.
Pudge, what'd you find?
Well, I can't see very well, but I think I'm. Oh, there's a lot of bones. It smells bad down here. It's definitely pretty bad down here. Do you guys, little help? Guys, I'm starting to think this was a bad idea.
Do you see any treasure, Pudge?
Nope, just a lot of carcasses.
Pudge is slowing us down. I think we should leave him.
Yeah, we're not.
I jumped down in.
Oh,
Ooh,
hey, a hero.
Hey, wait. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
A guy who did what he was paid to do. All right, so you jump down in. You land in a pile of a bunch of goat and deer bones. You guys appear to have found the fairly disgusting lair of the moderately disgusting Yeti.
I always thought Yetis were herbivores.
Well, this one isn't.
Are you like having a moral debate about killing a Yeti now? Because like you didn't give a shit about literally any human.
No. I'm just upset because I learned that.
Okay.
Torben, look for the treasure. I get first pick.
The rest of
For
the
the
kids
child.
refuse to abandon their friend and also make their way down into the cavern.
You don't get shit unless you come down here.
All right, I'll come down to this place.
All right, I go
guys-
in
Yeah.
to the hole
You go
in
in,
the ground.
Dan?
Yeah, I'll follow.
All right. So you guys descend into the abyss, and you find yourselves in a icy cavern. Strewn about, there's a fair amount of rubble, a lot of bones and things like that. You also note that some of the half-eaten carcasses are starting to twitch and come together to come back to a sort of a rudimentary life, or undeath, as it's often
I just
called.
go
We
around
bring the
stomping on their
phylactery with
heads.
us?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Just strange things are afoot within its sphere of influence.
I crush the head of anything I see moving.
All right, you crush
That
many
includes
heads.
you guys. No.
You crush a lot of heads. They're fairly quickly dispatched because they really are just more sad than threatening. But what is pretty threatening is the cave-in that starts. So there's this opening is starting to fill up with a lot of slush and snow. You guys are going to want to scramble out here or die.
I'm gonna go.
Do we
with
see
option
treasure?
one.
Is there any treasure?
Yeah,
No, there's just trash. This is the crappy part of the
there
otherwise
any-
very nice Yeti cavern.
Are there any passageways?
Yeah, there is one. It is a steep climb up an icy incline, and you're gonna want to hurry because the boys are already starting to get a little bit overtaken. They're having trouble moving, and it's only gonna get worse.
All right, let's get up there.
All right, do a dice check.
Oh, what?
Die.
Yeah,
Here it is.
do it.
I checked my die.
Do it. It's whatever's good for climbing for you. Strength, acrobatics.
Oh, he got a 1.
All right. All right.
20.
That was a chant, by the way.
I drink.
20?
Oh,
And a
God.
crit.
Crit!
Crit.
Oh, God.
I didn't crit! I just got 20 total.
They chanted.
The
They
trick
should
can't be
know.
undone.
I super succeed.
Okay.
So we just, I'm sorry, we just choose a skill?
Yeah, acrobatics or dexterity or strength or whatever is good for climbing
Athletics.
tasks.
Dexterity
Athletics,
is not
yeah.
a skill, it's an attribute.
I sleight of hand, I stealth up the slope, up the danger.
Nah.
You did.
At an 8.
You stealth up the slope.
Yeah, nobody can see my sick moves.
All right. So you guys, 18 is the threshold. It's a hard climb. 18. Did you guys get better than 18?
Easily.
You did. You did. You two did not.
I got a nine.
We're gonna start with you because you got a 1, right?
Back down into the turlet.
You're in a little bit of danger. You're already sapped by the cold. You're going to take another D6 damage from that. And you also scramble your way up, but you just can't make it. And you take level 3 exhaustion. You now have disadvantage on all attack rolls and saving throws.
Fantastic.
You're going to need some help.
I'm gonna be like, you can do it, and give you some bardic inspiration. So next time you make a roll, you
Yeah.
can
In the
add
meantime,
your
let's
six.
see how the boys do.
Inspiration, you queer.
Huh?
Smiley face.
The boys get a smiley face on the dice. And you know why? Because they help each other. Friendship! Friendship!
The sons of guns.
No, sons with guns.
Yeah, good for them.
So, you're hurting. Oh, and also you failed to make it up, so you just straight up take your first level of cold. So that's going to be D4 damage. Also, why don't you roll Constitution against paralysis because you have snow probably up about to your thighs.
I will also give you bardic inspiration.
It's very
I'm
kind of
feeling
you.
very generous. So for the next 10 minutes, I guess in game time.
Okay, before
Yeah, I'm inspired.
I got a 23.
You got a 23 against paralysis.
Constitution save, yeah.
Okay, so you're chilly. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's cold in here. That's it. You're fine though. It's good.
I've just
you
yelled
took the
down.
damage, right?
You're moderately competent human beings.
Yeah.
Very kind of you.
That's pretty cool.
That's some inspiration.
All right.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast fear.
I'm gonna
Behind-
chuck him a rope.
Thank you.
That's
Perfect,
actually
better.
probably a very good idea.
I forget what I said.
I'm an
You can
adventurous
just go to
guy.
Burning Hands their way through the
All right.
candy cavern.
He tosses you a rope, which means your climb check is going to be easier. Go ahead and make another one.
Let's do this. Roll a 12.
12.
You can
Plus
also
what,
roll a
athletics?
d6.
Dude, he got like a
to it.
20 with acrobatics.
On this roll?
Yeah.
Oh, so you climb up the rope and you do a little flippy thing at the end and you're like, hacha! So cold.
I get a 16.
You get a 16. You also make it up.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Corbin.
All right. And so from where you guys are at, the passage narrows significantly and you're going to have to get through it single file. So what you're going to want to decide is who goes first.
Not me.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Old
Can you help me with the
sneakers.
rope, man? I gotta take one for the team.
All right.
Out of curiosity, would Healing Word help him with his level of exhaustion cold?
No. That's going to have to take care of itself.
I should probably
Would Burning
go.
Hands
yeah.
help him with his exhaustion?
Yeah, do you want me to burn him? I'll burn him.
Yeah, he'll take the damage, but he'll get rid of the disadvantage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. Because that disadvantage is ridiculous. So he takes... Woohoo, that's pretty high, actually. 12 damage.
Do you just deal damage?
No.
Technically, isn't he also supposed to try and save?
17. How much damage did you end up taking?
You are my nemesis.
If you willingly go along with this, you don't have to try and resist or anything like that. It's just you have the damage.
Yeah.
You take the damage, yeah. How much did you take?
12.
12 damage, okay.
You could take half and still be, like, thawed out and stuff, right?
No.
Okay, so now I'm gonna
You are
use
a
Healing Word.
Dastard.
Was there just a heal, by the way?
Oh! Drink!
It's not on it. Oh, wait, no, it is.
Yeah, it's not there.
Sorry, I'm actually pretty drunk now.
So you take, you heal 8 points of damage.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All
right.
Good on these.
Oh.
8 wonderful points
A
of
little
damage.
crispy on the outside.
All right. So you had a weird time, but you're okay. All right. And do you want to approach? Do you want to sneak? How do you want to enter this new area?
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak in.
All right.
I don't even have that spell.
And yeah, just want to check out like what the area is looking like. What's going on in there?
All right. So you sneak forward. Why don't you do a skill check on that?
16.
16. That's a very successful sneak. So you edge your way forward, and you see there's a pretty rudimentary fire pit, but the fire is out in there, so it's not really. There's a few coals left, and by those coals you see lit the massive form of the Yeti, who is not as adorable as he was made out to be in all like the
Dude, get your
I'm
slingshot.
displeased.
Get your slingshot.
But he's sleeping soundly on a bed of straw and animal furs. And you have yet to awaken him. You don't see any sign of the treasure, but you do see that to your right, there's the faint glimmer of an exit, and to your left, the passageway. You were in essentially a fairly large opening, and it loops around a little bit to your left, so you could investigate further and possibly uncover the supposed treasure that's supposed to be there, but you would risk waking the Yeti.
Would a dagger cut a Yeti's throat?
Yeah, I mean,
Or like is his skin super thick? Would it be bad to kill him at this point? I don't know.
it would be extremely difficult to cut a Yeti's throat in its sleep. You'd have to sneak up on it, and then you would just have to hope that you stab through its thick hide. And you don't really know for sure if you can do that.
Okay. I could go through its butthole.
It is sleeping on its back.
Wiener.
That is tempting.
You may attempt to castrate the Yeti. They are known for their peaceful and accepting dispositions.
That sounds like a very horrible death.
Does anybody buy Yeti nads?
For you. What?
Anyone have
Anybody
a
buy Yeti
sort of
nads?
spell?
Yeti,
Is there a
yeah,
market
you
for
could probably
Yeti?
sell them,
Should've
especially in
taken
this town.
sleep.
You want me to cast sleep on the thing that's already asleep?
Yeah, but then it stays asleep, right?
I don't think that's how it works. I'm positive that's how
Yeah, I
it
don't-
does.
Why don't you cast
I don't
sleep
think
by
it
hitting
becomes
on the head
coma.
really hard?
I'm gonna go over and check out the passage in the left.
There we go.
All right.
You can come with or you cannot.
You are a lot louder than him.
I am gonna sneak. I'm behind him.
Let me give a sneak.
You know what, guys?
I have medium armor. I have scale mail.
It's pretty jingly.
It's all good.
Yeah, he's having a good dream.
No, one of the Pudge is like, huh? But Chuck like puts his finger on his nose.
I love Chuck. I love that kid.
I just 19 to stealth.
19 to stealth.
Nice.
Apparently you're incredibly graceful.
17.
17 on stealth. All right, so you guys are both stealthing out.
I'm stealthier than the
sneaking by.
halfling.
He's just like the Yeti's just like.
Oh, so he's
Just doing one of those.
I'm gonna stay with the kids and give them advice. If the Yetis are afraid of small things, so if he wakes up, rush him, and I'll take care of the rest. Uncle Jonathan Kemp.
Achoo! Oh no! Oh, Pudge finally let it go.
Pudge, you piece of poop.
And the Yeti begins to stir. You guys catch a glimpse around the edge as you sneak forward. You see that the treasure is in fact there. You each have one turn before the Yeti completely wakes up. Pudge! All right, you guys can each take a turn to try and ensure that the Yeti doesn't totally kill you.
For that.
Roll against alcohol poisoning. Constitution.
All right, we'll see if I get alcohol.
Cast
What's my constitution? I get a 12.
No, your real life constitution.
Well,
That's like 100.
it's being rolled, sir. I'll let you know tomorrow.
reality.
Can I?
You'll be All right, fair enough. Let's
Could
deal with
suggestion potentially be used to suggest that it just continues sleeping for another 10 hours or so?
What kind of rolls do you do for that?
It's a wisdom saving throw on the Yeti's part.
Wisdom save. All right, but he's doing it
Do you
at.
speak Yeti?
Essentially, you're casting it at -5, and he is saving at 13. So that essentially gives him +5. So that's an 18. So yeah, nice
Okay.
thought. Good try.
I look at the Yeti's crotch. Is it a man or a woman?
It's a man.
Okay, I cast Major Image.
Oh dear.
I don't need to roll anything. And I am trying to... No, Major Image, and then like it's a lady Yeti, and she's all sexy and stuff, and she's like presenting herself
Bugs
to
Bunny
him.
in a dress.
Yes! A sexy Yeti trying to seduce him over on the other side of the room.
Details.
Yeah, like.
I've never seen a sexy Yeti.
Okay, she's dressed like a cowboy. She's got cowboy boots on.
Can I shake the audience?
We're learning too much here.
All right. So you distract him with Major Image. That's your turn.
Woo!
All right.
Streets!
How do you want to approach this stirring Yeti?
Sneakily with that.
Oh man. I don't know. I kind of want to try to hurt it, like kill it or maim it.
All right.
Dude, what if its libido takes over though? Did you roll for the thing if he's enchanted by the lady Yeti?
Hold fast,
No, not yet.
Dave. Oh!
What's your name, sir?
That was a beautiful, like, hat-like.
Yeah.
I was ready for this shit. Alright, my name is Penelope Rosewater.
Oh.
You cannot tell because of my illusion, but I'm actually a gnome wizard.
All right.
Ooh, good choice.
It is the Penelope Rose.
Yeah, so I would like to use the Arizona Cardinals cap of ultimate evil on the Yeti.
On what?
On the Yeti.
On the Yeti. Okay.
Yeah,
That allows you to be the Yeti. Is that what you're doing?
that's what I like to do.
All right, Yeti it up.
So the Yeti's gay. So
Yeah, perfect. Made me very happy.
So, the presence of a stranger in his den pisses him off. He's just like, what is this? Yetis are very territorial and solitary, and so this is actually very intense for him. You have enraged the Yeti.
yeah, and you're just gonna.
Wait, you hate women?
No.
Maybe you want to hang out with her, you piece of
territorial.
poo.
Just hate other Yetis.
And also, there's a bunch of people in my cave, and I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
No, I get where he's coming from. It's just I regret that this is going to result in us getting attacked.
Sounds to me like a.
The Yeti with a lot of good points.
Fail.
So, I believe that's your turn as the Yeti, unless there is anything else you wanted to
Well,
add.
I want to attack something.
Okay. Make your attack. Who do you want to take a shot at?
The wizard.
All right. So, vaguely sensing that you're responsible for this trespass, or maybe because you're close, it's hard to say with the Yeti. Do you want to come around here and pick your
Yeti,
attacks
it
here?
was the children. They made me do it.
So,
Can I?
yeah. You have the option to use Chilling Gaze and Claw
We are going to
twice
die.
or Cold
We're
Breath
so
once.
dead.
No.
You could have gone with Fireball, but no.
Cast
You went
so
with
many
Sexy
fireballs are
Yeti.
Yeah, let's paralyze.
Would anyone like to go get me some water?
No.
Can I roll the dice?
Yeah. come
What's
on,
your
do
name,
one.
sir?
I am the powerful, well-known, and morally ambiguous Abradolf Linkler.
Get me some water. There's no more beer. There's just cider. Who wants to buy this for beer?
Right, yeah. So it's basically
What are you talking about?
intense freezing power. Would you like to also follow up with
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then claw.
No, Sally, you're doing a fantastic job. I'm drunker than ever.
All right. Hey, Ned. Jonathan. The Yeti, in his rage, opens his eyes and fixes upon you his chilling gaze. You now must make a Constitution save versus paralysis, where you're going to take 3d6 cold damage, and I bet you he will do a thing or two after that.
It's kind of cocked. I'm going to roll it again. I got a 22.
22. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So you, in fact, actually managed to avoid the effects of his chilling gaze. Good job. Very well done.
I say,
however,
beat it, loser. Beat it, loser.
you are not out of the woods yet, because he comes at you with one of his 2 claw attacks, and the first one goes as so.
Kidding me?
Plus 6? Yeah, that's going to be 20.
What's that? An 18 plus 6?
24?
That is going to be a hit. And then for the second one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get a couple.
Dude's holding some knaves.
This will be for the second one.
The
Then.
second. Oh, I'm.
One.
So he fixes his aim upon you. Thank you very much. You may very well have done a lot of damage.
Whenever I take damage, I have to take as well. So.
Oh, shit.
Twice.
Here we go. He fixes his aim upon you and he claws you twice. Once fairly shallowly, but still very painful. And the second one, he lays into you brutally.
I secretly want to die, so.
You take 3d6 plus 7 damage from the first one. And then 3d6 plus 7 damage times 2, since it was a critical
Do you
for
even
the
have
second
that
one.
many hit points?
I have so many hit points.
Why don't we just see how many d6s we
I
have?
drank for the damage dealt already, guy.
I play Shadowrun. I have a lot of d6s.
Okay, wait. So, plus 7, you said?
How many more
Yeah.
d6s do you need?
Hold on. I'm good on D6.
Are you sure?
You're so... Okay, I'll take these. Fine.
Alright.
Alright, so for the first one, I take 17 damage. I took the drinking damage already. Good job on whatever. I'm fucking... Oh, darn. 10.
Enchanted if you would double that.
Stop it. 19. Hold on.
Alright. You gotta be faster.
19 plus 7 is 26 plus 7 more is
a number.
33.
Alright, did you time 2s multiply the second one by 2? Because of
That's
crits?
not how it works, dirtbag. But
Since when? I don't confirm crits like a savage.
I'm unconscious anyway.
Okay.
Alright, blood sprays from my mouth and butt.
Yeah. You are brutally mauled by the Yeti and you are at risk of dying.
The old double pipe classic.
I should probably healing word him.
And I'm gonna write
Whose turn is it?
dying.
I suppose.
Who did that?
It'll be you.
Okay.
If you want to take your action to try and,
Don't
save his life or whatever.
entirely hate him. Like mostly just a little hate him.
For sure. I just a little hate you.
I stand there for a moment and I debate whether or not I want to let him bleed out from his ass. But I decide to use my bonus action, that's what it's called in 5th edition, and use healing word, and I'm like, fine.
Fast, Dave.
If I turn into a gelatinous cube,
Quite a moniker.
Hey, wait, what's
Into
your
a
name?
gelatinous cube.
You can't be serious, really? Every time! Every single time!
fuck it. I'm gonna eat the Yeti.
Wait. We must know this man's name.
The United States have shut the hell up.
To be clear, did I get time to cast healing word? It's a bonus action.
If I die, I die.
It comes down to this dice. All right, audience.
What the H?
How's the left?
Winky face.
It's a
Winky face.
I come back stronger than ever.
No.
You healed
She-
the sexy Yeti.
The Yeti hasn't taken any damage.
Winky face. I think winky face means she pulls something slick.
We got a heal or we got no heal?
She casts the spell in time. And it remains to be seen whether or not you are healed. Nobody knows.
Well, if you are, it's 6 points of damage. That you heal.
Hey, she did her darndest for that heal, though. Am I right?
Sally, will you drive me home?
All right.
I'll pay for your Uber.
You guys are going to have to pull some slick moves against this Yeti or get the hell out of there.
Well, I'm
the kids, by the
currently
way,
trying to
are
eat the
very
Yeti.
pro get the hell out of there. They'd like to live.
I'm a
They got
hungry
puberty to
gelatinous
look forward to. So, Gelatinous Cube provides a distraction and entangles the Yeti while you guys make a plan. But you better hurry up because this distraction cannot last for too long.
I curse them with my dying breath. Just so we know. Just so we know that that's happening. I'm a very petty.
In your half-conscious stupor, you blah, 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 blah. You also have nightmarish visions of the Lich.
All right, cool.
Yeah, pretty
Hold
chill.
fast, Dave.
Dude, this guy got me water and might be bringing me back to life.
Holy crap, hero! Aberdolf Linkler, everybody!
So this is a jar containing a magical fairy. It is in fact sentient, living, breathing, thinking, and feeling. And Chuck just found it in his pocket.
Chuck! Oh!
Did you just
Wait,
give
what?
it to the
What does this
Yeti?
do?
I gave it to Chuck.
Oh.
That's fair.
Beautiful! Oh. Chuck remembers that he had got this. They occasionally, they're kids. They go out and they catch fairies in jars. They do little boy stuff. And he just remembers that this one might not have died yet. And he releases her and says, "Fly, save my sort of friend." He's a guy. He's around. Oh, whatever. Player you use on, go back, choose a dead or unconscious player to save. You've been rescued by the magic of the fairy.
I flip off death as he walks towards me with his stupid scythe. Yes, it does. Holy shit, this is almost empty. Fudge!
By the way, it is not death that you piss off, but rather the Lich who can see you being so close to death through the power of his phylactery, and he looks at you strangely, and he kind of says something quiet that you can't quite hear. He's a very soft-spoken monster.
I ask him to say it again.
By then, the vision fades and you're back in life.
Sweet.
Yep. All right, you guys each need to pretty much make an action to resolve this session in the situation with the Yeti. Live or die pretty much comes down to this next series of things. So go ahead and go for it.
Am I still a gelatinous cube?
Yes, very much.
I'm gonna try and eat the Yeti.
All right. She is going to attempt to eat the Yeti. And while they grapple, Fuzz versus kind of generally gross, you get a lot of hair like stuck in and on you. You're like one of those little sticky things that you go at the wall you get from like vending machines and stuff after it's been around for a while.
It's like sticking your hand in Jell-O made of acid.
But it is very distracted, so you guys could make an attack at advantage against the Yeti. However, there's a substantial chance that'll hurt you.
I'm going to take my dagger out. And I'm going to try to cut his Achilles tendons.
You know what? This is an attack at advantage from a rogue, so you get your sneak attack damage also. So you're going to roll that twice.
I'm not laying on his back anymore.
Where did it die? Did it disappear? Dude, I'm fucking hammered. Shucks.
Absolutely natural 20! So, you need to find out how much sneak attack damage you do, and you need to roll all those dice, and then you need to double it.
It's 6. It's
6d6?
2d6.
Do we need more
no,
D6s?
2d6.
7 plus 9 is 16.
Wow, you can do math right now.
I'm fucking
Bad
fudging. Darn! 7 more is 23. Plus, you're using a dagger?
Yep. There you go.
Plus 8 more. What were we at? 23?
31.
21? 31?
We're up to 31.
Okay, so 31 plus 5 is 36.
36 damage. Alright, so, like rogues tend to do, you creep behind him and you tear into... Did you have a specific target in mind? You said Achilles tendon?
His Achilles tendon.
Alright, you just tear up the back of his legs. And he falls to a prone position, leaving him fairly open for...
I have advantage?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
For a round now.
Go for it.
So we have a 21, an 11, a 17, and where the hell did the other one go? Oh, wait, hold on. I have advantage, so I take the 21 and the 17.
Okay, so 21 and 17. Those are both hits.
Okay.
Yeah, what do they want to know what did you hit with?
Yeah.
Oh, great sword.
Great sword! Woo!
The greatest of swords.
8, 10, 11, plus 10, 21 points of damage. And I'm actually going to use a bonus action to take one more attack.
Oh,
yep.
While I
yeah.
still have
Alright.
the advantage. And 22.
That will be another hit.
6 plus 5. Another 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage on top of
32 points of damage.
32. So between the two of you, over 60, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
So
Wait,
you tear
is
into...
he alive?
No, he's dead.
Perfect.
You tear into him. Well, wait a second. You tear into him, crushing the backside of his legs, forcing him to fall backwards into a prone position, neatly dodge out of the way while you come through with your great sword and smash him several times. What was it, 2, 3?
3 times. Yeah.
Several powerful overhand swings, killing the Yeti. And with his dying breath, he struggles a little bit and manages to execute his cold breath attack. pretty much affecting everybody in the room, including the children. Go ahead and roll a DC 16 versus Constitution.
Kids grew up in the cold, they got bonus.
Artemis got a 15. 15.
15.
Wow.
15 and 14.
Nope.
No?
No.
All right. So
I
hit.
have a massive constitution, and I really fucking botched it.
hit, and
I rolled and I forgot what it was.
Hit.
Was it a 2? Thank you, sir. I got a 6.
6. Okay.
I hate you. I hate you all.
All right. So you are all frozen. You are all highly damaged by the cold. You take 4d6 damage. You're gonna want to.
Shit.
Darn.
Yeah, take it. Yeah.
Right.
Take it like a fighter.
Hit points did Nav get when he got resurrected?
Bro is a fairy in a thing.
Oh yeah, he's all back up.
6 plus 7. 6 plus 7.
15.
11 plus
Oh, I took 15
plus 7
damage.
is
That drops
18.
me to a whole 80 hit points.
Oh.
Okay, wrong. Alright.
Fucking fighter!
Oh no.
I take 10.
Healing word myself.
I take 16 damage.
Pat myself on the back.
All right. So you take 16 damage.
My fault. I got to pick a feat this level.
So you all take damage, and remember that for the next session, because this is where we're going to leave it off. You've all been hurt by the Yeti, but the Yeti is no longer alive. Unfortunately, Chuck has...
Not
Chuck has died in the frozen grips of the cold breath. And as we leave this session off...
You are the worst person I know, Sally.
I'm really glad you're here, Sally.
All right.
Oh my god. Fudge.
All right. As we leave this session, tragically, in front of the eyes of his friends, Chuck dies. However, he does not stay dead.
Oh, shit.
His frozen corpse begins working its way back to life in front of their frightened, incredibly traumatized face. So tune in next month. And that concludes the Fellowship of Convenience for this month. Please stick around. We have a very important ceremony for those of us who have been here for every show. As our way of saying thank you, we're going to do a little ritual. Good night.
Exactly what I wanted it to do.
Did you end the stream?
Not yet.
Hey, don't go anywhere. Everyone come back.
Oh, God.